Maker representing Kogi said in the Senate and governorship aspirant in Kogi said under the APC. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
You are asking Bola Tinubu not to forget. Well, but he's won the election. Why do you think he should go back and look at those things that were obstacle in his ways?
Well, like I said yesterday in the course of my addressing some of our colleagues in the media, I did say that we have every reason to celebrate now. We are happy that we have a highly promising man who will re-resurrect Nigeria in many aspects of life. A man who is visionary, great strength of character and intelligence. So we're happy. But having said so, we must look at how we started. You know, during the campaign, there was a moment or a period when people thought it was all over for Nigeria. You have forgotten that anarchy was already setting in. People were already attacking some banks. Are you aware so many poor people died? Are you aware that those who deal in perishable items, goods, the poor woman who sells bananas, transport bananas from the south to the north, some of them got their stock perished. Some of them died in the process. The man who moved livestock from the north to the south, some of them couldn't move beyond Jeba. They got stuck. Their goods perished. Some of them died. Now, you see, we must not forget that God created the poor and the rich. So if there was a situation where majority of the poor died, some of us have a moral responsibility to raise issues.
So you're saying that Bola Tinubu should not forget this?
Yeah, we shouldn't forget because we're told...
What would you like him to do?
The calculated attempt then was to stop the APC from winning. Now that we have won, in order not to allow a real occurrence, we were told that they're going to redesign, or they have redesigned the Naira. They redesigned the Naira, but where are the new notes that have been redesigned? Gradually, they're off circulation. So if the judiciary had kept quiet, the implication would have been that Nigeria would have gone into chaos. And you and I may not be here to be talking. So we shouldn't forget, because some of us, we keep history and we monitor what happens in the country. As a legislator, I have a responsibility to make laws and to raise issues that will affect the well-being of Nigerians. Now, those who planned the redesigning of the Naira note were told that in 2 weeks, at that time, there'd be enough new Naira design notes that will circulate. But months after the judiciary, the judgment of the Supreme Court, up to now, the so-called redesign note are disappearing.
If you were Bola Tinubu, when you assume office, what would you do?
I will call on Emefiele and others to come and explain what happened and what was the reason behind the redesigning of the Naira note. There was it was not discussed at the national.
But it was approved by the President, Muhammad Buhari.
Well, that is what we have been told. So we have to know.
The President himself said
it depends on the...
He made a nationwide address on that.
That will not be enough if mistakes were made that will keep quiet. If it was a mistake, it was a mispresentation to the President, he will sign it. We must know what happened. People die in that period. You know, people develop a stroke because they couldn't have access to their money. And because you and I survived, we should not care about those who died, not their making. Now we are happy we have a new president. But don't forget that some people died. Some people were forced to die, so to speak. The situation at that time, that policy killed some people innocently.
Let me, your ambition to becoming governor of Kogi State, is it gone?
Far from it. In fact, the struggle is just gathering momentum. We're in court, and I wouldn't want to talk about the issue because it's before a competent court of law, and we just